After almost 3 weeks of playing Super Contra Arcade every single day, how close are we? Roll the clip.
Previously on the Quarter Pumper.
There we go. Nice. 3 credit clear. That's right. Our PB is still a 3cc, a 3 credit clear. Yesterday, though, in yesterday's stream, we had a good one. We almost got a new PB. We almost got that down to 2 credits, and I'm feeling good today. I think that's gonna be our goal. So, are we ready? I think we're ready. Let's drop in our first credit. I messed that up. I'm so bad. I like to know what I'm doing. I pretend to know what I'm doing sometimes, but other times I totally don't. So let's drop in our first credit for real this time. There we go. Let's hit start and let's get going. And if you're new here, welcome to the Quarter Pumper, where we play through classic arcade games in an effort to answer a single question. And that question normally is, how much would it cost us to beat this game in an arcade when we were kids? But if you've been my player too and hanging out with us every day, you know we go on epic side quests that involve us live streaming difficult arcade games every single day to see if an average adult gamer with some basic gaming skills can actually get good enough at these games to 1cc them. That is 1 credit clear. That's when you drop in a single quarter at the beginning of an arcade game and you play through the entire thing, start to finish, on that 1 coin. I know it sounds ridiculous, and I sometimes actually think it is, but we have actually successfully learned how to 1cc 7 different arcade games using this exact technique of just live streaming for 1 hour a day, every day. We have conquered difficult games like X-Men the arcade game, Ghouls N Ghosts, Splatterhouse, the original Contra, R-Type, Mercs, the King of Dragons, and maybe someday, game number 8, maybe one day will be Willow the arcade game. If you were in my earlier stream, we streamed 2 games simultaneously, or at the same time, I guess. Not simultaneously, but together. We're doing Super Contra, and the second game we're playing is Willow the arcade game, and we do Willow at earlier in the day, and we are on the cusp of 1cc'ing Willow. But we've hit like a snag in the plan, and we've gotten as far as we can in the game without 1cc'ing multiple times, only to come up short on the goal line. And so Kenneth is here. Kenneth is like, yeah, take out all of your frustrations on aliens right now. So I think that's what we're gonna be doing. Because we totally, our last stream ended on a not great note, but our motto on this channel is, any day that we get to play video games is a good day, right? Because I know as a Gen Xer, there were plenty of times in my life where I was unable to game with any regularity or frequency, or had games I'd like to play, but now I'm trying to make up for it by having this channel, by streaming all the time, by accomplishing things that I never thought would be possible, like 1 credit clearing arcade games. And it's really, oh man, you got blown up. It's because of you that we're able to do this. The 1 credit clear series is not a single player adventure, it is a multiplayer endeavor. It is you coming to these live streams every day, hanging out, chatting, leaving your tips and tricks, and sharing your experiences with the games, being my video coaches that make this whole thing possible. And I seriously would not be able to do it without all of you. So I truly appreciate anyone that comes into these streams, sees it from start to finish. Let's keep going, yeah? Yeah. And all of our friends are here today. I see Dirty Birds, I see One Ring, I see Ryan McNeil here. Ken S is here as always. So glad to see everybody. Yesterday's Contra stream was kind of weird in so much that YouTube, I think, was having issues with the chat across the platform. So not a lot of chats made it through yesterday's stream, but either way, we're all here today. We're all here to kick some alien butt. We're gonna take out this guy. He's been hanging out. There we go. We got the guns. Oh, we can breathe. We can go to our safe spot. Let's turn and let's get ready to fire. Here we go. Here we go. Let's a little. Oh, nope, not quite. Wait till he comes back down. There we go. We got him. Oh, we'll go on the attack. We'll be a little offensive, a little aggressive here. There we go. There we go. We got it. Man, I'm so glad to be playing Contra. Super Contra. If you're new here and you're wondering what the numbers are on the bottom of the screen, they're how we keep track of our progress. The top number is how many credits we will use in any given game. The ultimate goal is to get that number just to be 25. 1 credit. The bottom number is the sum total of credits we've used since starting this challenge. So we stream every single day for an hour a day, and we keep track of how many credits we use to get good, to learn the game, to understand the game mechanics, to find out all of the best strats, to hone our skills. Oh, if we have skills. I don't even have any good skills, like bow hunting skills or computer hacking skills. I got no skills. Sometimes we have moments of Super Contra awesomeness, and they will hopefully be coming out in this stream. Our little warm-up stream runs, or just that, right? Like warm-ups. Everybody needs a little time away. But when you come back, you gotta get back into the swing of it. And even though we stream every single day, we go like 24 hours between playing games, and I only play these games on stream, so you're able to see every single minute of every single gameplay session. The entire journey from total noob to slightly above average player. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what we should categorize my gameplay by the end of these series. Above normal, above average. Not like elite. I don't think I'll ever be elite. I don't know how many arcade games you actually need to clear to be considered an elite gamer. And I love this series because you can go back to day 1 and you can see how awful I am at any one of these games. And then if you jump ahead, you can see how we progress. And it's really an effort to just demonstrate that you don't need to be born with, like, gaming skills. That you can learn these things. That I think I want this one. Yes, this is the spread. That you can develop these things through just a little bit of extra effort every single day that builds upon itself over time. All right, hold on. Let's go. We got this. Jump over those red guys. Got to get the path cleared before we make our attempt up the hill. So this is Super Contra. It looks like the original arcade Contra, but the game has some unique qualities to it that makes it feel like, I don't want to say like Konami said "F you guys" to Contra, but there's some things in here that make it feel non-Contra-ish. Like you have a standard jump and you have a high jump. If you hold up, you can jump higher. That's not like a Contra thing, is it? Is it a Contra thing? All right, let's get this guy. Come on. We got him with the spread in the conservatory. Nice. Let's go. Our ultimate goal is to get that top number down to 50, 2 credits. And then finally to 25, this is a shell. We want that. And we know what to do here. Let's go. Let's avoid these faces. Let's not get lasers. Our unwritten rule in this stream is do not pick up any laser weapons because lasers belong as swords, not as guns in Contra. At least not in Super Contra. They are so... I gotta run away from that. I saw that bullet with the angle on me. Alright, we've never gotten this far while maintaining the spread, so maybe the spread will help us get to the end. Through this next section of side guys. These guys come out of the side hatch with their oils and perfumes and incense. Oh no, I tried to save us with the shell. But the shell is not a screen clearing weapon. Let's try to get this approach. Oh, we almost got to keep the gun. But we can still 3cc here. We can get through the end of this with this single life if we get into the right position and if we get a little bit of RNG luck when it comes to how they get distributed. So generally I shoot at his nostril. Oh, God, man. Generally I shoot at his nostril. Stand our ground so we can take out one of these side guys at a time. And then we just go for broke. Oh, we got those 3 aliens. Hold on. This is going to be a hard one. Oh, I knew it. I had to back off. I wanted to back off. I need to figure out how to take out these aliens while these side heads are still in play. Because they've been killing me every time they get out. If we don't get them on the initial entry. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Let's get the side guy. Come on, there we go. We should be in the clear now. 2, 3. We just make our approach. Back up. Here we go. This game is kind of weird in so much that it feels like there's an element of realism that you did not need to have in this game. For example, Bill, our main character, is right-handed, so he holds his gun in his right hand and shoots off his right side, which means his hitbox is on the left side of the gun. So you're not firing directly from the center of your character, you're firing from like the side, which makes it hard sometimes to line up your shots. There we go, we got it. We got it. Alright, our warm-up run is down. 4 credit cleared, not bad. Let's say hi to everyone who's in the stream today. Thanks so much for joining. Everyone's playing games and hanging out. Exactly what a Thursday afternoon should be, at least that's where I am. Ryan, time to kick, bit, and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Kick, bite, chew bubblegum, yeah, exactly. Wolfpack is here, thanks for joining. What console? I only played Contra and Super C. This is Super Contra, the arcade version, so we're playing it through MAME, an emulator. And if you are, most of us, I think, are familiar with the NES versions of Contra and Super C. The timeline of games released by Konami was Contra in the arcade first, in 1987, in 1988, Super Contra, this game, and then after that came Contra on the NES, and then Super C on the NES. So these are the games that are the predecessors to the NES versions of Contra. Phoenix is here. If you can once see a tough shmup like DDP, you're a level above. That's your criteria at least. Okay. Andre is here. Good to see you, Andre. Thanks for joining. I always appreciate when Andre comes. Wolf never knew that there were other Contras besides the NES ones. Yeah, they were not. They were unique in that they were vertically scrolling games, And if you want to do a deep dive in the history, Konami released all of these developmental notes on the Contra Anniversary Collection a few years back, which is a super interesting read. So if you're a Contra fan, it's a must-have because it has all of the has most of the Contra games, including Hardcore and Alien Wars Contra 3 on the Super Nintendo version, and it has a whole bunch of backstory on the development of Contra as a whole. So Heavy C is here. Welcome. All our friends are here today. Let's reset our counter. Yeah? And let's go again. Are we ready to go again? I'm ready to go again. There we go. We'll drop in our credits. We'll hit start. And let's go. And if you're new here, welcome to the Quarter Pumper. Our goal is to live stream this game every single day until we learn how to one credit clear it. That is, when you drop in a single credit at the beginning of an arcade game and you can play through the entire thing, start to finish, without continuing. A feat that would, back in the day, make you a local legend, I think. If you ever had the bragging rights to be able to say, hey, I can beat this arcade game on 1 quarter. Yeah. I'm trying to, through the magic of YouTube and the internet, trying to live out my childhood dreams of 1cc arcade games, surrounded by a crowd of people cheering me on. And because arcades are far and few in between now, and even if you go to one, you will not necessarily have a crowd of people available to cheer you on. We gotta try to realize that dream via YouTube and live streaming. And thus far, it's been pretty fun. It's been really fun. We have successfully learned how to 1cc 7 different arcade games, and that's 7 more than I had ever 1cc'd in my life before this. And I'm a Gen Xer, so I've been playing video games for the better part of 40-something years. So yeah, after 40 years of being a mediocre player, maybe now we are a slightly above mediocre player. All right, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 credit runs, only continuing once, because that's what I want to accomplish today. I want to be able to beat this game in 2 credits. So we'll just do 2 credit runs for a little while. We've already gone through the game once. We know what to expect. We've been going through this game every day for the last almost 3 weeks. So we got a good sense of what we need to do, which in any game is to not die, to take out enemies, right? If we reduce it to something as simple as that, yeah. Sometimes that's all we need to do. Dodge bullets, don't die, shoot everything in sight, and jump over guys if you need to. There we go. Oh, that one guy was trying really hard. We don't need to take out that bunker. We got it. That was some Super Contra-ing. Alright, let's go, everybody. Cynthia is here. Thanks for joining, Cynthia. Good to see you again. Let's go. We have, so some of the games we've learned to 1cc, I would have thought would be helpful in translating skills, gaining transferable gaming skills to some other games, but this game, Super Contra, seems to stand alone. We have successfully learned how to 1 credit clear the Contra 1, the arcade game. And that game had limited continues. You could only continue 3 times for a maximum of 4 credit inserts. So you could insert like $1, but then afterwards your continues would run out and you would be forced to start again from the beginning. And we successfully learned how to 1cc that game. That was actually a lot of fun. And you would think that if you can 1cc, if you learn or if you master the first game in a series, you would be able to do the sequel pretty easily, but this game has some mechanics to it that were not present in the original Contra, like this. Like environmental hazards that are in the foreground of your playing area that obstruct your view of guys dropping in and or bullets. Like that, right? Oh man, did anyone see that stream of diagonal bullets coming down? I know I didn't, because they were well hidden behind these trees. Which I don't know if it's cheap or not. You know, games are designed to have some level of difficulty, and once you understand the mechanics, you should be able to, you know, be okay with them. But there are some things about this game that feel like Konami included to make it artificially difficult. Like these trees right here. And the physics of running up ramps. If you run uphill on a ramp, oh man. If you run uphill on a ramp, you run slower, because there is this weird friction physics to you running uphill. They make these guys come back for 2 rounds of attacks. Alright, we dodged them. Let's go. Let's try to get through this without dying here. Hold on. We're in our safe spot. I should have gotten down on that one. That means this one is oh, we got it. Let's go. Bane is here. Good use of layering. Yeah. Just call it unfair, says Heavy C. It's so hard to say, right? Like, what is unfair? If you go into it and you know how the game is, no one's forcing you to drop in quarters into a Super Contra machine. And if we look at the culture of arcade goers in the past, if you were fortunate enough to experience them firsthand, if you went to an arcade with lots of machines, they were all competing against each other for your business, right? All the cabinets are all lined up, all their attract screens are going, and they're trying to get you to drop in money. And so if a game is notoriously difficult or unfair in some way, it won't be a high earner. People will just not play it, right? And so I think Konami learned from their first iteration of Contra, because they gave you extra continues in this sequel, Super Contra. But they made it a little more difficult in other aspects. Let's say hi to everyone else who just came into the stream. Heavy C, it's so nice to see you. I don't know if you made it to the earlier stream, but Heavy C is above average because the 1cc grind is brutal, even if it's a game you truly enjoy, like Metal Slug.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Nice. Cynthia is here. Cynthia loves the retro games. Yeah, so do I. Where are we down here? Vane says G.I. Joe maybe you could have called that unfair. Oh man, G.I. Joe. If you're referring to the game where it's a running gun and you're kind of running towards the back of the screen in a pseudo 3D effect, like the base levels of Contra 1. I love that game, and I think sometimes certain developers took advantage of certain IPs and then use that as an excuse to, I don't know, not put in the extra work into making some games playable. But let's go again, yeah? Yeah, let's go again. We're going another 2 credits. We'll reset our counter. We'll drop in another quarter. We'll hit start, and we'll go. The secret to this game, I think, even though it's difficult, it is not impossible if you learn a couple things. Like, it's not necessarily always great to button mash your weapon, to spam your weapon, because sometimes You need a little bit of accuracy and aiming. And this game, unlike other Contra games, you can aim in more than 8 directions. You can pretty much aim, I think, in all 16 directions, as opposed to other Contra games where you're limited to, up and down and left and right and the diagonals. You can fire in between those. So it makes it hard to get used to, because not only can you fire that way, but your enemies can also fire in that way. So it's not necessarily easier to dodge enemies, but you can hit certain things from angles that you would not be able to hit in previous iterations of Contra or the NES versions of Contra. This game is also unique in so much that it is the first game to explicitly tell you can stack weapons. Had we gotten that one, we would have stacked our machine gun. That when you get 2 of the same weapon, there is a noticeable increase in power or range or speed or something, so that you know that stacking weapons is actually a thing. I think in the past with games like the NES version of Contra, at least when I was growing up and playing it, it was always like this urban legend, right? That, if you stack 2 spreads, your spread is better. If you stack a rapid and a spread, it's better. If you stack 3 of the same weapons, it's better. And we didn't have the internet to argue over. So I was like arguing with my brother and my friends about that. And so we'd be like, I did that. And I was like, yeah, well, show me the YouTube video on how you did that. Prove it, buddy. Put your money where your mouth is. All right, let's get these guys. I think one of the universal strategies that no one really talks about in Contra is to not jump. It feels counterintuitive sometimes, but not jumping allows you better maneuverability. And I should have jumped there. It allows you better maneuverability. You can aim better, and then you can always jump out of the way. Once you commit to jump, though, you're in the air. You're airborne. Not as bad as games like Ghouls N Ghosts, where when you jump, you have a set trajectory. But still, the catapulting, somersaulting animation of Contra Arcade is something that takes people, I think, a while to get used to if you're coming from the NES versions, which had super tight controls. All right, let's focus for a second here. Here we go. So yeah, Konami had like the sense of realism that was maybe a little too much, like the fact that this spread gun has 3 barrels in it. It looks more like a Wolverine claw than a gun, but what you gonna do, man? We're gonna dodge that. All right, we got the gunners. I'm gonna just be cool for a second. Then we're gonna turn around. There we go. Here we go. That's it. Heavy C says Terminator 2 arcade game is truly unfair. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that one. And that's like, right, another example, right, where they have a super popular IP to use, Terminator. And so if you wanted to play Terminator 2, yeah, you kind of dealt with it. I'm going to go slow here. All right, we got it. We made it through with the spread. There's a second spread towards the end of the stage, so I'm going to try to double it up. The other thing about this game is... Oh, we got a duck. Oh, no. Oh, we held our breath long enough to get through that. We're going to wait. The other thing is that Bill holds in his idle stance, holds his rifle at this diagonal, right? And then you have to wait until the animation You gotta wait till the animation lowers his weapon before it starts firing straight. And even though that's maybe like a couple milliseconds, in a Twitch-style game like Contra, I feel like you need that extra edge. Alright, we're going again. This is only our second credit, so except we're gonna go weaponless. Which is doesn't necessarily put you at an impossible disadvantage. But I think the strat for this game is more like a 1 life clear than a 1 credit clear to some extent, because you do need weapons, right? When we learned how to 1cc R-type, oh man, I thought I was clear of this. There's a little safe spot here. R-type was a 1 life clear because you could not die if you wanted any chance at clearing the game in 1 credit, because you needed to keep all your power-ups like a shmup, right? But in this game, because the weapon systems, they're pretty generous. I think you can have deaths here or there, and sometimes in these 1cc runs, we plan for certain places to just lose a life. Right here, but I think I'm gonna jump here for safety. We're gonna wait till those weapons clear. There's no time limit, so we can kind of take our time through certain sections as long as we can handle all of the enemies that spawn. Alright, we got that pretty quickly. So this is the upgraded version of the bomb gun, and it explodes in an X pattern. Alright, let's wait. Let's take a breath, let's clear that. That's clear for this. Oh, we got him. There's gonna be 2 guys coming from behind. We got both of them. Got that. Got this. Let's let the screen scroll us there, and then we should be able to take out the boss with... Yeah, we got him. We got him. Let's go, let's go. Mark is here. Good to see you, Mark. Thanks for joining again. Okay, we got this. We got the stacked version of this weapon, so it should be able to just plow through everything here. We got a shell we can use to maybe get out of a jam. Just gotta watch out for these. We're not gonna get lasers. Don't get lasers. Just like in R-Type, we were a 0 speed player. We did not get the speed power-up in R-Type. Alright, we got this back. And you can see the single version of this weapon explodes in a horizontal line. Whereas the double version exploded in X for more... Alright, I had to focus there for a second. So I want to get through this on this credit. So we're going to try... Try to be chill. Oh, I should have turned around. Oh man, I got caught. I got caught on the side of the screen. Can we do this? Can we do this on 2 credits? All right, yes. This will make it significantly easier because this weapon will be better. Let's get into position. I think it's about here. Oh no. Oh no, man. Oh no. Oh, that one guy. That one guy escaped. Broke through. And this one guy broke through. And this one guy broke through. Just went all down the garbage. And that one guy broke through. And look at this. Before you know it, you've gone and spent a whole nother credit on the final boss that you know you can beat in a single life. Especially if you had the machine gun. Heartbreak, man, heartbreak. Let's go back. Let's wait to 3 of those guys. Get close. Come back. Turn. 1, 2, 3 of those guys. Come back. Oh, he has no protectors. There we go, there we go. That's why this game is so brutal. We almost went from clearing it in 50 cents to all of a sudden having to spend another 2 credits. And where does it get us? Bill and Lance are 2 Contra commandos hoisting their weapons in the air while sitting in the Jeep that they never used throughout the entire game because they just took it in on foot. Ryan, thanks for the GGs. Oh man. All right, we're going to do this today. I'm committing to doing this today. We're going to do this today. Let's reset our counter. 2 credit clear. We need a new PB. Let's go. Before we start, we'll say hi to Carl. Carl is saying hi from Sydney, Ohio. Love watching your videos. Thanks so much. I love Ohio. I live in the Northeast in New England, but I used to go to Sandusky to go to Cedar Point every year. We'd make a drive out there from New England to Ohio and Sandusky. If you don't know what Cedar Point is, it used to be, maybe it still is, the roller coaster capital of the United States or of the world, and it had insane roller coasters. We would go there all the time. I would not go there for the arcade, but yeah, love me some Cedar Point. Right, Bill? Yeah, totally. It's so bad. But keep your eyes peeled. Let's go. Ready to go. Our counter's all set. Our counter's reset. Let's take a breath. Let's shake out our tendonitis button mashing fingers. Let's drop in a credit and let's go. And if you're new here, welcome to the Quarter Pumper, where we normally play through classic arcade games in an effort to answer a single question. And that question normally is, how much would it cost us to beat this game in an arcade when we were kids? But if you've been my player too, and you've hung out with us in these live streams, you know we go on epic side quests that involve us live streaming difficult arcade games every single day to see if a slightly above average Gen X gamer can actually learn how to 1 credit clear these games, to get good enough to do that. That's when you drop in a single credit in an arcade game and you play through the entire thing, start to finish, on that 1 credit. We're not quite there yet, but using this exact method, this exact technique, we have successfully 1cc'd 7 different arcade games. Yeah, including X-Men the arcade game, Ghouls N Ghosts, Splatterhouse, the original Contra, R-Type, Mercs, the King of Dragons, and dare I say, tomorrow we are going to 1cc Willow the arcade game. I do dare. I dare to dream at least. I don't know what else we could say. Willow's been a 40-day journey at this point. Not the longest journey we've undergone in these 1cc series. The King of Dragons took us 63 days of playing every day to finally get good enough to 1cc. But that game, that's a beat 'em up. It's a Capcom beat 'em up. And it was a long game. It took about 50 minutes to go through the entire thing for me. Even though if you were speedrunning it, you could probably go through it in about 25 to 30. But for pedestrian players like me, when you're trying to save every piece of energy and every life you have, it took me about 50 minutes of gameplay. And because I only play these games on stream for an hour a day, because that's all I would ever expect anyone to want to hang out with me for, yeah, the King of Dragons took extra time. Now we get stuck in the auto scroll. Take out this guy. Take out the bunkers. Draw some fire this way. Alright, we got it. We got it. Oh, buddy. Oh, we got him. We got him. It's the jump. It's the jump mechanic in this game that really throws you for a loop. Because if you don't know, Super Contra has variable jump heights. You can press the jump button once and you have a standard jump. If you hold your joystick up while pressing the jump button, you have a high jump. So if you're a longtime Contra fan, that game mechanic might feel really awkward. And I know it did for me. And the range of these weapons sometimes feels awkward, that they don't go farther. Alright, we're in good shape. We have a spread. We have a shell, which is a bomb. We have some slowdown. We got Wolverine's adamantium claw there. Plus this through the door. Let's get in our little safe zone, our little safe spot. Alright, there we go. There we go. And look, a whole bunch of new friends are joining the stream. So good to see everyone. Thanks so much for coming in and watching and hanging out and yeah, chilling on some Super Contra. I think we should take this slow again. Yeah, was that the strategy that worked best for us last time? Be cool. Jump over all of those things. Jump over this bullet. I could have probably gone down. It's those trees, man. I know. It must have been Axl Rose. Must have been playing Super Contra. He was like, "Welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die." Although, I'm fairly certain Appetite for Destruction came out before Super Contra. Let's wait. Oh, we got him. He was going to jump through that log, and we cannot shoot through that diagonal log. So, is that fair? Is it unfair? If you know, you know. It's going to double up our spread guns here. Hold on. Get out of a jam. Now our spread is 5. Yeah, there we go. Let's be cool as we enter this pod. Red guys coming out at us. Red guys double back. Red guys again. Let's wait for them to come back again. High jump over them. Oh. Soldier with the gun. All right, let's go. 5 spread. Let's go. Let's take this out. Oh, we got this. We got it. We went through the entire jungle without dying? We did, because we have double spread. We went through the jungle without dying. Okay, let's go. Let's not get these weapons. Double spread. Should get us there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Well, you know what? Double bomb. Should, oh no. Double bomb. We did not even get double bomb. Oh man, this is going all sorts of sideways. I can't believe all of that just happened on our first credit. We were crushing it. We were doing so good. And then these aliens, this guy, this like popcorn shrimp guy. Every single time. Now we've bypassed all of the weapon power-ups. So this I had to jump because I had to get rid of this red tracking amoeba. And this is going to be the end of our second credit. Man, see, this is how brutal this game is. You think you're doing okay. And then the game says, nah. And I don't know if there is a ranking system that makes this game that much more difficult if you don't die. I can never confirm if there is a ranking system. You know, in some games are designed, so we won't continue because we're trying for a 2cc. So we'll go back to the beginning. But some arcade games had a ranking system, and if you were on your first credit and you were doing really good, the game became more difficult or threw in extra elements at you that wouldn't normally be there if you had continued. Sometimes that comes in the form of extra enemies or more different enemy patterns, but yeah. I don't know if Super Contra has a rank system to it. Let's say hi to everyone that came in here. Lee Shan says, bro, it's been an age since I played an arcade game like this. You ever play Sunset Warriors, the cowboy game? Sunset Riders, yeah. Yeah, we've actually played Sunset Riders on this channel a bunch, and it is one of my favorite run and gun games, I think. The animation style, the whole thing. It's yeah, I love Sunset Riders. Last Man Standing says, I haven't seen this game in a very long time. Yeah, right? I don't think Super Contra gets enough love, period. Probably because it was really hard and it came out, I don't know, at a time where, right when the NES, I think, was taking off. And so it was more like a decline in arcade going, and then Contra came out on the NES, and that, I think, really just was the definitive type of Contra. So Super Contra, this game, I don't think got enough love. Bane, watch out for the enemies on the ramps. Yeah, the ramps are so hard because they have this weird physics. Actually, you can, in this game, I'll show you, you can slide down ramps, and you can also take a knee on a ramp. Instead of dropping down prone, we have the ability to take a knee. Yeah. James says Guns N' Roses in 87, Super Contra in 88. Yeah. See? I knew that was the timeline. All right, let's Phoenix Nitro Ball. Nitro Ball is a game I want to try so bad because I love that style. Everyone is dropping, all of our regular viewers are dropping their 1cc recommendations for the next series because we are. Let's drop in our credit. Let's go. I'll tell you while we go through stage 1. If you're new here, we stream 2 different games every day. The other game we're currently trying to 1cc is Willow, the arcade game. We've been playing that game for 40 days straight. And we've been on the verge of 1ccing that game for about a week. And I'm convinced it's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It's going to be the day. But once that game is completed, we'll start a new game. So if you are so inclined to want to suggest a game, there is a link in the description of all of these 1cc videos to a community post where everyone puts in their recommendations, their suggestions. And watch this, see? Look at that. Oh, we gotta play. So yeah, that's where all the 1cc games are pulled from. And so we would probably, oh man, I just trying to shoot straight. If we 1cc Willow tomorrow, we will probably start the new series on Sunday. Is Sunday the 1st? March 1st? If Sunday is March 1st, we would start the new series on Sunday. If March 1st is... yeah, today's the 26th, 27th, 28th is Saturday. So hopefully we clear Willow so we can start our next game on March 1st. And then we will also continue Super Contra until we clear this game, which I think is gonna be sooner. It's not gonna take as long because one of the things I love about Contra is its brevity. The fact that we can get in a bunch of good, solid runs of the whole game in a single stream is... oh, there we go. Yeah, is one of the reasons why I love this game. Alright, we know what to do here. Diagonals. Stay grounded. Draw fire. Turn. Oh, that guy spawned and came in out of nowhere. Use our jump ability. Jump out of here. Mega Cyber Leader is here. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, we got this. We got this. I'm gonna skip the laser. Get the shell for later. Hopefully by the end we'll get this spread gun. When you pick up a weapon, you get moments of invincibility, so that's helpful. Sometimes in these 1cc runs, we employ different strategies and tactics, like speedrunning tactics, like this in particular. We're just going to run through this stage as quickly as we can. Alright, we got both of the gunners. There we go. We'll turn and we're in our safe spot. Let's go, let's go. Into the jungle. Last run we had a successful jungle run. Let that weapon go by us. Oh, I didn't see the diagonal. The diagonal fire through the tree line. Through the tree line. Yeah, these foreground trees. I mean, like I say in every stream, I love parallax scrolling as much as the next person. But this game feels a little contrived. When it comes to putting those trees in the foreground. Alright, we got this. Just make our way down here. Hit that alien. One more alien. Spread gun coming around. Got the spread. Let's not fall victim to these low boys. Keep an eye out for red. No red there. Talking about the red projectiles coming from these pods like that. They will come around for a second attack. And we're clear. Alright, let's go. Oh, I think one of the aliens got us. Nope. There is a safe point here that you can stand in and be just off center of where that downward red projectile comes down. Alright, let's try to keep our stacked... See, look, you can take a knee. Oh, this guy. These guys. He's trying to run through because there was a guy from behind that was coming up on us. Which one is the... Alright, we got our spread. Let's be cool. Let's see, look at how hard it is to run up a hill. And I'm grunting like I'm actually doing the running, right? Yeah. Oh, Reds. We dodged them. The red amoebas are the equivalent of the pink projectiles in the alien lair in the first Contra. Except you can't always destroy all... you can't always destroy all of them. Alright, we're gonna go... Let's say hi to everyone who joined the stream. We'll go one more time. Yeah? Because one more 2-credit run will bring our total credits spent in this challenge to 126. And that seems like... Yeah. That seems like it's pretty odd. That's a nice whole number. Who doesn't like whole numbers? Bane says there has to be a ranking system in this game. Yeah, probably. I have not gotten to the final boss yet on a single credit, but we have gotten to the last stage. Last Man Standing says Strider. Oh. Strider is an arcade game I want to tackle at some point. I was just watching, I don't know if anyone else today was served the old VHS video of Capcom when they announced their CPS system. It was floating around YouTube today, and I watched it, and it was like basically a old VHS cassette tape of Capcom explaining their CPS system, and they were talking about next generation games and graphics like Ghouls N Ghosts and Strider and stuff like that. And it's pretty awesome. You should be, I mean, if you're watching this, I'm sure it's going to be served to you at some point. Let's go. Lee says, bro, I feel like a fossil reminiscing about these OG games. Yeah, Top Gear, Castlevania, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Galaga, Smash TV. Those are your childhood. I think for anyone that is of a certain age, yeah, they are our childhood. And one of the things that I love about this series, the streaming series in specific, is that it almost feels like it used to when we were kids going to an arcade, hanging out with our friends, watching someone else crowded around a cabinet play the game and cheering them on, or going to someone's house who had the latest or greatest video game that we didn't have and watching them play the game. Like, I feel like Gen X is the original OG streamers because we've been doing that since like the 80s. Mega Cyber Leader says, damn, you're almost at 1K. Yeah, we've had some great people join up on the channel, sub to the channel in the last month or so. Just checking in on Don't Mind Me. You'll be gone by the time you get to this message. Sorry, but you can come back. You can come back anytime. You're always welcome. Kenneth says, fossilizing thinking all in the head. What keeps us young is our minds and our connection to youth. I have not even begun to age. No doubt. Someone asked me if I have kids. Yeah, Phoenix asked, do I have kids? Yeah, I have one kid who is an adult. And so having an adult child has enabled me to do some self-care and to get back into gaming, especially these games, which yeah, I've always loved, right? And now retro gaming, I think, is more popular than ever. All right, let's go. Let's reset our counter. We'll go one more time, a 2-credit run, one last time, and we'll see how it goes. Speaking of difficulty walking up slopes, Strider would be a fun one to attempt. Yeah. Like I said, I watched that CPS video when they were showcasing Strider. It was awesome. Those flying skulls are brutal. They really are, Bane. Of all the enemies that you see in this game, it's those specific ones that seem to require extra hits to take out. Alright, our counter is reset. We're gonna go one more time. Let's drop in our credit. Let's make it a good one. And let's take off. Because I do usually cap these streams at an hour because we do stream every single day. So, incremental gains. Every stream builds upon the last until one day, out of nowhere, we achieve Super Contra greatness. And historically, it's been like a switch. Hold on a second, I gotta focus on this section. This is notoriously difficult. It's been like a switch. We sometimes plateau at a certain place in these streams, in the progress we make in the games, and then all of a sudden, one day, everything just kind of clicks into place. And the next thing you know, we are on the verge of 1cc'ing. Here we go. We actually have to button mash this. Even though there is an auto fire, the rate of fire is not fast enough when you're holding down the button to take out that tank. Let's go, those guys jump. We got our extra life. Okay. Let's make sure we stack our weapon here. Got it. Got it. Here we go. Look at that. Taking them all out. No chance for you with my double machine gun. Let's get to the back. Shooting fish in a barrel. You guys should be jumping out of the side hatch. Back into the trench. One more round. We're gonna close it up soon. There we go. Let's wait this to get to range. And there we go. Let's go to the end. We'll skip laser. My least favorite American gladiator, and we got it this time. There we go. See? We didn't even need to jump. I think that's the biggest thing that I've had to get over is it's not jumping all the time and getting stuck on walls. Getting stuck in the side walls. Alright, let's take it. Let's go. We're running by tanks. We don't need to take them out. We will get spread even though we have double cannon. Because spread will give us invincibility for a moment and we'll be able to double up spread in jungle. In the jungle. Oh! I saw that bullet at the last second, and I saw this guy behind us. Oh, that was unfortunate. Get to your safe spot. Why don't you just go to your home, man? Okay, we can chill. We can chill for a minute. Take a breath. Marcus here. Hard to find is here. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. We got this. Oh, we got it. There we go. Alright, so we died, what? Twice? I think we died twice. Let's just be chill here. We don't have our spread to help us take out random guys all over the place. That's okay. Just go chill. Should give us another... yeah, spread here. We made it. At least to the first section. So watch out for the guys coming in from the top. From behind too. Got them. Cannons. Low guy. Oh, we just made it through. Let's wait for that weapon to go by because we don't want it. Be careful, no guys jump through that log that we cannot shoot through. Alright, let's be cool. Let's double up our spread. Couple aliens to deal with. Got over. It's coming down where the tree line is. Oh no! Oh no, that means we have no weapon to take on the boss. Jump over this. Wait for it to come back. Jump again. High jump. Look at that. See a regular jump? High jump. So weird, right? Having variable height jumps in Contra. Yeah, so weird. Alright, let's see what we can do. I had to take it. I had to take the death. Oh, I had to take that death too.
Please continue.
All right, this is our last credit for the day. Let's make it a good one. Into the alien's lair. Boom, boom, boom. So let's be mindful of those skull guys. We will try to keep this bomb weapon. I think officially it's called a bomb. I think it's mostly like the crash weapon in Alien Wars. Alright, we got double. Skulltulas. Not today. Oh no. Oh, this is a machine gun. Okay. Machine gun's better than laser, in my opinion, so we'll take that. We missed the spread. Jumping over some guys. Let's get up here. Got this. Two of those guys, we got them. Let's clear the path before we go. Let's wait. Here we go. Oh, running up the hill. Aliens from behind. Oh, we got it. We made it up to the top platform. Clear a path. We got this. Little pod coming up. Oh, I jumped over the alien because I knew there were two. Got both. Let's auto scroll so we can keep firing. Oh, no place to go, no place to go. Even with the weapon, no place to go that time. Okay, well, we got this, we got this. We can still 2cc, which was our goal today. Just be cool, man. Take our shell. No lasers. Some precision shooting here instead of button mashing. Nice. Get this gun. Oh, I just got away. Just be cool. Be cool. Got them all. Oh, there were some more. I was like, there didn't seem to be enough. Alright, well, now we got them all. That's it. Just be cool. We gotta get by the most hard part of the stage, which is this guy. These side guys. Oh, I was trying to get that middle. Oh no. Okay, well, This is our last life. Oh, it's a shot from behind. Right at the end. We're not going to continue because that's not what we're going to do, because then we will ruin our whole number for the stream. But we got really close, right? 2 credits getting up to the final area. Still progress. Every one of these streams builds upon the next. And so that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. Bane, thanks for the GGs. Wolfpack says, have you ever tried Legendary Wings? I've played the NES version of Legendary Wings. I have not played the arcade version, although I did see it in an arcade not too long ago, and I thought about dropping in a quarter, but I didn't. So, but anyways, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Thursday afternoon. I really do appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to do any of these 1cc challenges without your help and support and your tips and tricks and sharing your experiences with the games, being my video coach. Bill says, like and subscribe. I'm sorry, that's so bad. That's so bad. That's my worst Arnold impression ever, I think. So, for all of you regulars that were at the Willow stream this afternoon, yes, I think I feel better now, taking out some frustration on the Red Falcon and some aliens. And so for the rest of the week, tomorrow is Friday, we will be streaming Willow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Super Contra again at 4. The weekend schedule, I think, is going to be a little modified this weekend because I'm not available all day on Saturday. So depending on how tomorrow goes, we'll see what the weekend schedule is. Usually it's 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then we'll be right back at it next week as well. So thanks so much for hanging out with me on a Thursday afternoon. Really do appreciate it. Just like when we used to all meet up at the arcade after school. So take a breath, be good, enjoy the rest of your Thursday, try to get some gaming in, and do you know what? We will all hang out again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.